Greetings, earthly people watching YouTube. So I've taken upon myself to make a YouTube video. Basically, in this video, my intro basically is about. I'll be talking about life in Europe, and it's mostly dedicated to my African people. You see, anyone can watch it, but it's basically linked to Africans and their obsession with Europe. So, first of all, I came to England when I was 9. Is it? Anyway, I think 2 now. Anyway, so I came to England as a little girl. So I have like more advantage than somebody who's gonna come to Europe in the old age scene, because I've already adapted myself to the European life, and for me it will be even harder to adapt myself to an African life, you see, if I was to go back to Africa. So the positive fact of being in Europe, why I think the African wants to be in Europe. It's basically, first of all, the facility. When I say facility, I talk about health-wise, I talk about education-wise, I talk about the freedom of speech and being treated as a human, you see. Because in Europe, you are free to express yourself in whatever way you want to express yourself. Whereas in Africa, I like to call it, they are narrow-minded people that really don't let you express what you feel. Because some people in Africa, you see, they have great ideas, but because the leadership and the mentality is still not there, so they are afraid. In Europe, you can express yourself. If you don't like something, you take upon yourself and you take action. In Africa, that doesn't happen. So I can see why you people want to come here. Also, I'm going to give you an example of my hometown, Congo. In Congo, you have to pay for hospital. In Europe, if I'm ill, my brothers are ill, my mom is ill, I get treated for free, you see. Given medicine for free. So, which is a good thing, because consider you not dying, because you get treated. Because I realized something, there's certain diseases that people in Africa die simply because they don't have the treatment. They don't have the right equipment needed, to treat them. You could die, somebody could die because they had a lump on the leg or something. In here, you get a lump on your leg, you go to the hospital, you get examined, and you get treated, and boom, you leave. But in Africa, one little thing just ends a person's life. Another thing, there's a negative side to it too. See, living in Europe, it's like CSI Miami, aka Big Brother. Because if you watch Big Brother, you will know there's camera 24/7 upon you. So you have no space, which leads to isolation, you see, which leads to suicide. Suicide, why? Because in Africa, you were used to seeing your family, your mom, dad, your uncle, your aunties, your cousins, your children. But here, you're by yourself. You're just alone. The people you think are your friend, they're not really your friend, you see. So, which leads to many things that normally in Africa you wouldn't do. Because you'll be suffering from depression. I'm pretty sure probably in Africa there is people who suffer from depression, but not as much as the percentage in Europe. So yeah, basically. And another thing, and that's another downfall of being in Europe, my African people, is before you start getting all these luxuries, as in clothes, as in cars, as in whatever your head may fantasize, you must have the right documents. And when I say documents, I mean you have to be legally registered in here to work. So without that, you will live as in a budget, a budget which probably is, they give you a voucher in which it's limited in a shop. Like they'll give you a voucher, say you can only shop in Tesco, and they probably give you like 50 quid. When I say 50 quid, that means £50. So within that £50, you have to basically buy things and stuff, food, and African food is very expensive compared to European. I'm pretty sure of it. So, and yeah, basically, yeah. If you don't have the right document, you don't work. And when you don't work, you don't get whatever it is that you want to get. But the positive about it is that if you do seek asylum, you have a possibility of being given a home or being put in an asylum seekers hotel. So yeah. In another word, there's no where in the world as paradise. So the grass ain't always greener on the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's this poem that I read. The earth, hurricane his home. It says the earth is the earth is the earth. Everywhere you go, there's a positive, there's a negative to it. So, conclusion, the positive of being in Europe is the facility, the freedom, the right. You get treated like a human being. The negative side is that no paper, no work. Isolation leads to health problem. Health problem may lead to suicide. And and the people in Africa, they be like, oh, my son had died. So, in another word, the earth is the earth. Everywhere you go, trouble will follow you. Everywhere. Boom. If you watch this, you like me, follow me on Twitter, which is at AY19. My Instagram is flatnosegirl, girl as in GYAL. Yeah. Peace out.